Nobody in Jamaica never did this yet. Why am I so enough? Why am I take up myself to make from Kingston to St. Elizabeth with no money? As my underwater last town by my bag, the bus start pick up speed to Santa Cruz. With no money in my pocket, my thought was all over the place, and that's when the fear kicked in. But little did I know what was about to come. When I hit Santa Cruz, the place was practically a ghost town. How would I even ask somebody for $1? Santa Cruz, yo, I'm sticky, me hot, I'm tired. Oh yeah, and did I mention that it's raining? And on top of that, I don't have $1. After looking around for a good 10 minutes, I spot a small supermarket, and I figure I could ask somebody when I go in there, but when I go in there, the place was empty. Nervously put my hand on pocket, only to feel the 2 years the girl gave me from the day before. Look at God, quickly exchanges with some Jamaican dollars. Makes the man an extra $100 and hours up to $400. Now my aim was to get to Treasure Beach, because I knew somebody there, but there was a problem. $1,000 to get to Treasure Beach. So, never figure it out. Minus the fact that I didn't have that $1,000. Day was a Sunday, and getting a taxi from Santa Cruz straight to Treasure Beach was impossible. The only route was
Junction, and you will get that into that Treasure Beach.
Man was kind enough to give me direction, and the man also gave me $100. I quickly found the last taxi that was going from Santa Cruz to Gutters.
How much you got, boss?
I was happy when the driver told me it's just $250. My next taxi was from Gutters to Junction, and I was running short on funds. Now there was a lady sitting at the front of the taxi, and I explained the situation and asked her for a contribution. That was $50. And she gave me $500. I was in disbelief. She said she could relate because she's been in that situation many times. What happened next really caught me off guard. It all started with a question. Now from Gutters to Junction is $350. I asked the driver how much that cost to take me from Gutters straight to Treasure Beach. The man said $7,000. And the lady at the front of the taxi got so upset. She said the most him should have charged was $1,500. Needless to say, she never eased up on him at all. We never bothered go Gutters to Treasure Beach. It was now 4 o'clock on a Sunday, and I was on my way to Junction. Now as I watched with a smile on my face as she continued to cuss the driver, I realized it was starting to get dark. It was now 4 o'clock on a Sunday. The place was overcast and the rain started to fall. I was feeling really uneasy, because if this driver was charging me $7,000 from Gutters to Treasure Beach, how much them would have really charged me when we reached Junction? I was about to find out, and it never did look good. When we reached Junction, there was no taxi going to Treasure Beach, and the only man willing to go was charging $3,000. My heart dropped to my belly when I realized there was no more taxi inside. Now the lady that gave me the $500, her name was Christine. Although Christine ride was waiting on her, it just so happens that she knew the driver, and she stood in that rain trying to negotiate on my behalf. I needed to make a decision fast. Either I could take the taxi with no money and hope for a miracle, I left stranded in the middle of Junction Square. Rain started coming down even harder, and I start getting nervous. Without thinking, I told Christine thank you, and I made the decision for going to the car. Peace, uncertainty, and fear wash over me. How am I going to pay the driver? My first thought was maybe if I reach the person where I go to, would I pay for it? If the person where I go to not even dead, Jesus, seriously had no clue what the hell me there. And then my second thought was, why the hell the fares are expensive?
We expect $3,000 still, to be honest.
The man claims them that normal charge $500 per person for go to job. Him carrying me alone for $500 wouldn't work. That would be him wasting him gas. That is why I was charging me $3,000. Either way, I never have.
So it's $3,000 the man charged for dropping around and so from my $5 bills. I'm gonna try and figure it out.
I tried to be as calm as I possibly could, but inside I was terrified. Why, the uncertainty was real. Now, where I was going in Treasure Beach was a whole different story. A year and a half ago, I did a review for a place called Lashy. The video did so well that the owner told me that I could come there anytime. Now, bear in mind, this was a year ago, and I don't even know if the owner even remember me. I was going to a place that I haven't gone for almost 2 years, and I never even tell the owner that I was coming. Just imagine how it's that look from a turn up at the man place unannounced, and it asked me if he could have paid my taxi fare. It just wouldn't look good. I reached only to get some bad news. It turned out that the owner wasn't there. Jeez, peace, how me they gonna pay the driver? I started to dig through the bottom of my bag. Nothing at all. I emptied my bag inside out, nothing. A sweat start wash my face as I look on the drive. And I don't know if it's God, but when I pull the bottom of my bag, I find $1,000 and $200 loose change. I put it with the $500 I gave him and tell him that's all me down. The man never looked too pleased, but he take it nonetheless.
So, I finally made it to Lashin. After all of that, The owner is not here, so I don't even know how I'm gonna make it out. But reach, hopefully we can get a place to rest my head. Can show and we can probably get some.
After talking to the receptionist, she said I'd have to wait until the owner come. And after walking around, I found the nearest hammock and I laid my burdens up on it. I don't know what the owner there gonna say. I don't even know if he would have tell me to leave. But all I know, I lied down in a hammock and I don't know when I drop asleep. When I woke up, I was so grateful, but I couldn't believe my eyes. Owner left instruction that I could have stayed at the country club, but the last time I was at the country club, it never looked nothing like this. Place looked good. I was starving, so I grabbed the quickest thing I could have get, which was pizza. And while there was somebody's bread and them off me up slice of them cake, I got some food that I could take to my room and I was able to take a shower. And after that, I don't know what happened.
Last night I came in and I just dropped right asleep. Staying in a room called Coconut. I want to show you guys just the view of the place that I'm staying. You guys a tour.
Lashings is called a boutique hotel. Simply means it's much smaller and more intimate. Now the last time I was here, I stayed at Lashings, but this was Lashings Beach Club. And this was right down the road from Lashings Boutique Hotel. The last time I was here, boy, the place looked completely different. There was no new bar and a kitchen and a lot of trees. After eating a well-needed breakfast, I met up with the owners, Mr. and Mrs. Phobia, and I want to ask David, how did Lashings get started?
Cricket brought me here. And I'd never heard of Treasure Beach. I must be honest with you, I've been to Jamaica many times. I was in the cricket business and I was asked to bring all-stars to Treasure Beach. So I rang up people like Jimmy Hamdens, Courtney Walsh and said, Treasure Beach. And they're going, oh yeah man, it's a small, sleepy little village. But actually you'll quite like it. And I came down here and fell in love with it. We've changed a lot down here with the pool. We like the natural stones around there. And we brought in all these plants, right? Plants, the pots are made by local people, like supporting the local community.
I was curious to know how he came by the name Lashings.
A West Indian all-star team, that's how it started, with players like Sir Richie Richardson, Sir Viv Richards, Curtly Ambrose.
After that chat, I was hungry. And I couldn't leave Lashings without eating them signature pizza. After eating them delicious thin crust pizza with a new friend, cooled down with a splash in the pool. And although I never ready to leave, unfortunately it was time to go.
I'm leaving Lashings now, but the problem I'm faced with is that I'm gonna have to get something from Treasure Beach to Junction, and then from Junction to Mandeville, and then from Mandeville to Kingston. Thing is, I have no money, none at all. I think I drop. No, that's gonna take me to a place named The Crossing where there's like supermarkets and stuff like that. From this, I'm gonna just probably ask people and see how best that works. So hoping for the best here. Let's see how that goes.
Before I leave, I wanted to walk on the beach and I met 12 Lashing stars. I told them about my challenge and they gave me
$400. I had no money. I gave $400. So excited because I was like trying to figure out how I'm gonna get. Yo, bro, thank you very much.
really appreciated it because this contribution would have kickstarted my journey back to Kingston.
Alright, so here's the problem. The ride that I was supposed to get, I'm not getting it anymore. So I'm gonna have to walk out to the front and see if we can actually get some. I'm gonna try and get some food to go. So we're gonna have to figure it out. Alright, so last minute, I'm getting a drive out, which is amazing. I'm just waiting on that. It's almost 1 o'clock time.
This ride was a real lifesaver because although it was only 15 minutes from Lashing to the crossing, if I was supposed to walk out to the main and then wait for something, it would have probably taken me an hour. I have to thank the Lashing team for the kind hospitality. Now I was at the crossroads and back on my own, and I needed to raise up enough money to get me from Junction all the way to Kingston. After walking out a store without $1, I came across a girl who told me that she loved my videos, and while talking to her, an idea hit me.
I traveled from Kingston to here.
I realized I was going about this whole thing wrong. You see, I needed to offer some kind of service, something that people would really pay me for. So I asked her for the nearest restaurant. And although she told me to go upstairs to this building, for the life of me, I could not find the restaurant. It just looked like I was walking in a maze.
Oh, this is the restaurant?
After finding the restaurant, I quickly unleashed my master plan.
I have no money and I have to get back to Kingston, right? So I do food reviews originally. So I review of the food. If the food is good, I put it on my platform. You get a little exposure. Hey, just give me $5 bills.
I was kind of curious to know.
The food good? Well, that didn't work. So I'm gonna have to figure out something else.
I was about to leave when the owner called me back, and I couldn't believe it. And gave me $300. Thank you, my brother.
Alright.
No doubt the food was good, but the food just never ready yet.
Alright, still need more money. So I'm gonna ask 2 more people.
I made my way across to a plaza and entered a place that had everything conceivable under the sun. Took my little money that I had in my pocket, put it in my hand, and asked the first person that I could afford, and got an extra $100.
Just reached $800 now from 4. $350 from here so to Junction.
Walking out that store, I saw a lady that looked like she needed my help.
problem. You got money
And
to
after
this,
assisting her, I started to realize something.
no? I'm gonna turn that one around. Ah, like this. Alright. Safe journey. Alright.
There's something about the people in St. Elizabeth. They just seem so genuine. And it was no different when I met this lady and she was excited when I told her about my journey.
True to the word, $900. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
With $900 in my pocket, it was time to head out.
Junction, here we come.
And while heading out to Junction, it turns out that my driver was a really good gospel singer. His name was Rich Aldino. And although I can't play the song here because of copyright,
Bro, you have a talent. Your song sound really good.
YouTube the man. The song sound good. In no time, I was in Junction.
Alright, so we just hit Junction. So we're gonna find Mandeville taxi now. Alright, it's almost 3 o'clock.
And I was surprised the amount of you guys I see. Most are wanna ask me what is the next restaurant make a review. And after healing up everybody who recognized me, I walked into a supermarket and I was able to get an extra $100. Much respect, my brother. I found the nearest Mandeville taxi and I jumped in. And honestly,
So far so good. I think this is easier for me compared to when I was coming.
the taxi fare from Mandeville to Junction was $250. And by this time, I was feeling tired. I hit Mandeville and the place was busy.
Final stretch with the Mandeville figure Kingston. Place is busy. 4 o'clock now.
Now, I heard by a certain time the Mandeville to Kingston bus them stop run, so it was a race against time. This time my belly did a growl.
So hungry.
I had no idea where I was going, but this brethren pointed me in the right direction. I found myself in a small bus park, and after asking a few questions, I was pointing the direction of the Mandeville to Kingston bus. I was talking to some really cool people in the bus park when I found myself with a really big bus problem. By this time, I was hungry, and I saw a jerk chicken man passing by, and I asked him for a slice of bread. And can you believe the man gave it to me? I'm not gonna lie, that really stopped a gap. Now the conductor, after collecting all the fare, the driver realized that he was short by one. And out of frustration because no one was coming forward, he decided to cancel the ride, so we had to go in our next bus. After paying my $700, eventually the bus was on its way, and I must say this was one of the craziest experiences I've ever had.
Finally made it back home after a long day. Thanks for rocking with me. Guys, see you on the next.
Now comment below where you'd like to see me go next.